Rising, my love. So I am here to give you guys an angel, no, not an angel message, a past life message. So we are going to look into a past life narrative that you may have had. So if this reading resonates with you, leave a comment below. Let's get to know each other in the comments. I got a link in my bio to all my social media platforms, and I want you to go and follow them, subscribe, because I'm looking to build a community of like-minded individuals who are looking to heal, transform, and grow. So if that sounds like you, you are going to love it here. You're going to love it here. All right, so let's see. We got deceit, Archangel Gabriel, missing something, and Archangel, trying to make sure they're in the camera. And then we have Archangel Fontiel. So Spirit wants you to be optimistic and have hope about that something that you are missing. Okay, because communications of all kinds are coming in, and all manipulation, deceit, and betrayal will be illuminated. So let's get into it. So let me see. Holy Spirit, what do you want us to focus on most? So let's focus on deceit, okay? So the reason we learn about our past lives is because our past lives will help us with understanding a situation that's happening in our current life, okay? And we are here, as we talk about past lives, we talk about karma. We talk about karma a lot, but we talk about karma in the aspect of 3 different aspects, right? So you are either here to balance out your karma in a multitude of ways. So 1, you are here to clear out an energy that you dealt with in a past life. You're not going to deal with it in this life. You're basically rewriting your story, okay? You're changing up the energy, because energy never dies, but you're using the energy to write a different narrative, okay? Now, also in a past life, you may have had a situation where you were down on your luck, right? So in this lifetime, you are here to receive, because in the last lifetime, you may have lost some things, okay? And then also, too, in this lifetime, you're also here to balance. So say you were a little bit too giving, too something in a past life, and in this lifetime you're here to balance that thing out. You still want to show up as say a nice person, a good leader, but say in a past life you may have done things for free. In this lifetime you're out. So say in last lifetime you did it out of the kindness of your heart, but now here in this lifetime you are here to do it and get a little money. You're here to get some money in order to do it, okay? So I'm being led to deceit. So let's talk a little bit about deceit, and then we'll talk about the cards that came out around it. So deceit is number 36, or it also can break down to a number 9. I'm a life past 9, and as you can see, it says deceit, betrayal, and manipulation. Ooh, and manipulation, and she has a ring in her hand, okay? So some of us may have experienced a relationship where we were experienced infidelity, some type of manipulation, right? So in this lifetime, you are here to have hope and optimism. So we are going to change those patterns, okay? And that is really needed in this day and age, because sometimes I tip over to the dark side of the internet. Now, I always talk to you guys about curating the FYP of your life. So I tipped over to the other side of the internet, and they ain't doing nothing new. People being betrayed, embarrassed, and it's crazy, okay? So we're here to not repeat those cycles that we may have done in a past life, right? When we had a relationship where something was missing in that relationship, be it intimacy or infertility. Look at her, she's pushing him off like, right? So another thing I noticed in social media, like, it's a terrible culture. It's always some type of division, right? We're always going against, the men are going against the women are going against the men. It's just, it's quite sickening if you ask me. So let's get into deceit. So this card indicates some ill will lingering from a past life. Someone in your past life orchestrated a difficult event, and that person could play a part in some hurtful experience in your life. The manner of this past life betrayal could have taken any form, from mundane to severe. So it could have been something small that they did, or it could have been something big, like with your marriage or your relationship, okay? Perhaps someone you trusted stole money from you, or maybe a past life spouse was unfaithful. Of course, such experiences are a very big deal where karmic causes are concerned. Let's get to the karma, okay? Being victimized in the past can leave you feeling disempowered now, and trying to undermine you, and the people who may have deceived you before could be trying to deceive you again. So the thing is, guys, we have to realize, like, sometimes when you meet people and they're just automatically against you, or you may not understand why people are behaving the way they're behaving. Now, we have to remember, energy never dies. So that soul did the same thing to you before, and they're just here in a different body, in a different form, to do that again. So that is where we have to recognize certain patterns. I've been recognizing the patterns, and I'm over it. But I've really been recognizing the patterns in my life. People do the same stuff. People are so predictable, okay? So make sure that you're passing every test, every karmic test, all right? So the people that deceived you before may be trying to undermine you again. If this card is near the lost card in your spread, it's especially important to disengage from both the pattern and the person involved, okay? Whether it is due to jealousy, get to it, or desire for power, always, right? What they say, always about the I got mad again, never about no money, but it's always about these men. Yeah, But the crazy thing is, the girls that love rapping that stuff on the internet are the main ones that really be living that tripe life. They be the main ones getting embarrassed. So anyway, and then they get. I'm gonna leave that alone. Then they get empowered by this music, and they rap this music like that's really their life, and they not doing this shit for real. They doing it for real. But anyway, whether it was due to jealousy or desire for power, your success in money or love may have brought out the worst in others. Ooh, drop a comment if you can if this resonates. I know it do. Unfortunately, some of the same people who have challenged you in the past can come back with the same resentment, envy, and hostility now. Now, often without even knowing why. So if someone treats you badly for seemingly no reason, I just said this, or you have an instant or intense dislike for someone, this past life hostility may be resonating still. I told y'all. This card is telling you to have courage and take the necessary actions to reclaim your power in every relationship. No matter what has happened or who has hurt you, no matter what has happened or who has hurt you in this or any life, you are the architect of your own destiny. So basically, we don't have to repeat those same patterns again, but messages like these come to give us a warning sign so we kind of know what to do going forward. This card carries a clear message about releasing attachments to people who use or dishonor you. Know that you have the right to expect respect and receive it from others and yourself. Trust is another karmic issue. Karmic issue meaning trust is something that you came to work on in this lifetime. Trust yourself to be discerning in all your relationships, and I want you to be optimistic, okay? And I want you to be communicative, okay? Trust yourself to discern about your relationships and learn to trust others who prove themselves to be worthy. So listen, communication. How do we know if people are coming in to slime us? Trust your communication, right? But I want you to be optimistic, because although in your past life something may have been missing, in this lifetime, Archangel Gabriel is coming to remind us to be optimistic. No, Fontiel is coming to remind us to be optimistic because the communication is coming, okay? Also, let's see. If someone, trust yourself to discern it and trust others to prove themselves to be worthy, okay? Don't go into the relationship automatically assuming, oh, they're going to be just like the last one. No, you have to, listen, if you're going into the relationship and you're like, oh, they're going to be just like the last one, then you have not healed enough. And I'm going to just say it. If you still think that they're like you are not healed enough, go sit down, and they probably are like the last one, okay? But as you grow, heal, and start to learn to trust yourself, trust your own judgment and your intuition, you know who's worthy of your time, okay? And when they come into your life, it's not all of those doubts. It either it is or it isn't. It's really, you get to a certain point in your life where it's very cut and dry. It is you is, or like Kwame said, is you is or is you ain't my baby, okay? So this is your affirmation, and then I'm out of here. I live in my personal power. I trust in myself and in my ability to take charge. Get into it. So happy Monday, my loves. I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. And remember, I love you.